God damn it. God damn it. Can't you got well, I guess I'll do it. I've been trying to fucking connect this with Instagram, but it won't let me well, I ain't gonna say it won't let me. I just don't know how to go live. God damn it. But fuck it. Let's go with what I got going. Uh I hope you guys keep track of what you do every year or all during the year. I ask myself that question, what have you done lately? At least 4 or 5 times a year. But none of the times is more important than that New Year's resolution, I guess. I did a lot of shit this year. No, why it doesn't seem like it to you is the ease it appears for me to do it successfully. Seems like I do it so easily. I've managed this channel without getting caught up in that monetizing bullshit. I've played my hand continuously for the past 72 years. I got my mojo back. I laid the foundation for my alumni to get laced deeper into what 3.0 is all about. And not only that, uh, I bought my daughter a car. I bought myself a car. I took care of all the goddamn business that I claimed I would take care of. When I'm talking all that shit to you, and I'm sound like I'm bragging, but I'm really playing it. I'm playing in my 25 right now. You can stay asleep if you want to. Me, I get enough rest when I go to bed, even though I can't sleep worth a damn. I damn sure don't want to be sleepwalking like most of you guys do. You guys watch that Walking Dead shit, and you don't even realize you're one of them. Sorry to let you guys know. I know you thought I was doing what all the other suckers are doing with this YouTube shit, but I don't need YouTube viewers for my money. I mean, I suppose I need them to watch my videos so they can get up on my shit. But as far as monetizing YouTube, the views, I don't do that. I'm customizing my classroom environment as best I can to promote self growth. By the way, the group is growing fast. I don't know why you guys are taking so long to get in. Not to worry though. I realize I won't be dealing with 50 students at once. I'm seeing right now I'm going to have the perfect environment for you to learn all my shit in at less than half the price it was. It was not for this is not for pimps. This university is for any man who wants to complete the course the correct way. I love it. You're getting to see how a multifaceted man rolls. Have you guys noticed that not many of you that have advanced from where you were last year? Have you noticed that you haven't advanced in anything for yourself except your age? Well, I certainly got older. But if you remember, I have my own little radio show to take care of. I started Streetwise University, aka Sidewalk University. So at the least, you gotta admit I don't be doing little shit. Now, watch me build my SWU into something you'll admire. Of course, some of you will still be hating on me, but you will admire the fact that I do not fake or lie about accomplishing giant moves while you watch. Now, this is mind blowing to me. It's mind boggling, not mind blowing. So many of you are all screaming that all I want is views on my YouTube channel. And you keep going on, you know, to view that video. I don't get it. It seems to me if you don't like the fact that I may be getting too many views, which I ain't, any smart motherfucker would stop viewing the shit. I've seen some fools who've been on a video of mine 7 or 8 times to tell me I'm old and ain't shit. I've never received one red cent from YouTube and don't plan on receiving it. I have much bigger fish to fry. How come none of y'all calling in? Y'all ain't got shit to say? Dylan, what's happening with you, man? You ain't got to call in. I know what you got to say. So just sit back. Make sure you keep hating and watch me work. Don't be mad at me because I use my goddamn head. Don't be mad at me because I think my shit through. I don't give a fuck what some motherfucker think about me or what I'm doing. I'm a fully self-sufficient man and don't kiss no one's ass to do it. Now, I ain't agreeing unless I do agree. Caller, what's up?
Hey, what's happening, bro? It's Dylan, man.
Dylan, what's going on?
Hey, man, just chilling, man. I saw you came live twice in the day. I'm like, okay, let me check out Bud. But I saw that you don't have the number scrolling across the screen, just to let you know.
Oh, I sure don't, man. Let me goddamn get that motherfucker going across the screen.
Okay.
I don't know why it ain't. Hold on. Oh, shit. No wonder I chose the wrong thing. There you go. Yeah. Okay, man. Hey, thanks.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, man, because I just wanted to touch on what you thought about, like, for you to go from, obviously in the streets back in the day and then transition to the square life, and then how was that process to then go from having a square job to then get the idea to take the knowledge that you gained from the street and to turn that into what is now today Sidewalk University?
Well, like I did a show on this a couple of shows ago. I fucking paid all that money to get educated, and when I went, cause I wanted to be a teacher, and when I went to get my teacher credential, which was in 2011, something like that, they held some that I had in 1985, 83 against me. I had a felony. I was fucking with hoes back then. And I had a felony, but I had got all that shit expunged, I thought. So once they tell me I can't get my shit, I can't get the credential. I go to court, go through all of that bullshit, and then when we had to have a hearing, and when we end up having a hearing, they say, well, you did get it expunged. It is expunged off your record, but it is still on your record. What the fuck you mean by that? What they saying was even though the shit was expunged, the person who's looking to see whatever hold it against you can read that, and it's just it ain't like you don't have that no more. So now I thought that was some bullshit, and I got pissed, man. But after I got pissed, I thought of Sidewalk University. I thought of doing something so I can teach. And I came up with this. It was a process of years in the making, but this is what I came up with, and that's how I came up with it.
Yeah, man, I know that justice system is kind of backwards when it comes to them background checks and all that.
Oh man, they way off, man. But it's cool, man. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It made me use my head and do something else.
Man, that's a beautiful thing, and I appreciate how you touched on that because I just think it's important, man. I think especially for entrepreneurs and guys that want to make their own lane, it's like when your back is against the wall, man. It just kind of forces you to really dig deep and come up with something that get things going for you.
Hey, you know what, man? That's when it really counts, because that's when you need it, when your back is up against the wall.
Man, real talk. But yeah, I'm gonna let you go, man. I appreciate you chiming in, brother.
Hey, it'd be cool. No, it was somebody else. Well, we ain't getting that. Okay. See, those of you who have, been on this internet and you've dealt with me before, you know how I am. You know how I roll. Those of you who love to hate on my old ass, I'm really gonna give you some shit to hate me about. I'm just real, because I talk hella shit and I make big moves while I talk the shit. And each year, as I'm talking shit, where are you? Do you think of this? Where are you? Same place. I mean, you ain't gotta fuck with me, but I would if I was you. But you gotta fuck with somebody that's gonna get you past where you at. I mean, you in the same place every year, every new year. Same place you were last year at that time. Y'all should try to adopt more like the way I roll. You'll have far less problems and far less worries, but you're welcome to continue down the path that you're going. You can stay mad at me for cracking on you, or you can wake your silly ass up and get some of this goddamn abadab I be spitting. I have so much more to offer my alumni. It's pitiful. They're gonna get exactly what they bargained for, which is a vast knowledge of game and the capability to continuously think. I won't do it. I won't do it, but these men will be transformed into the alpha prodigies that they always was capable of being. They just didn't have no direction. Shit, you can't really overcome your obstacles unless you truthfully identify those motherfuckers. Then eliminate them. Now, how many truths are there? I'm sure you ask yourself that from time to time. How many truths are there? There's as many truths as there are questions. And here's the key: only one of them, or a couple of them, are for you. Your job in life is to find out which one is true for you in every fucking case. You do that by not being a sheep or a cow. Sheep and cows will follow anything that leads them because they are herd mentality animal. Are you a herd mentality animal? Don't do something just because everybody else doing it. Go for what you know, and if you don't know shit, go for what you don't know and learn what to go for. There are no losers in life unless you quit. You know something else funny? I don't look at what's said about me, but I'm quite happy to know out of all the comments I get, plus comments are 10 to 1, 20 to 1, really. I know there are many thousands of men I help see their full potential. And that's the most important thing to me. That's the most important fact about my work. And none of the haters ever mentioned that. I had an epiphany today. Now, look at you guys going to try to wonder what epiphany is. Epiphany. It has several meanings, but the one I'm interested in is the one that has to do with me and you. An epiphany is any moment of great or sudden revelation. Even though you hate me, you probably hate what I stand for, you can't hate the fact that I'm the truth, and it's been proven the last 17 years by my alumni. I have nothing to be ashamed about and everything to be proud of. I succeeded in being a motherfucker in the streets, and now I've succeeded at rousting suckers from faking the funk on social media. Now, why I'm saying all this is I'm 71. I mean, it's time for me to be doing something that get me out the way, have me in the safe lane. I ain't out there hustling like I was, but if I was, I would be thinking the same way I'm thinking now. I'm truly a motherfucker in the rawest form. I've been called many different names other than an old man. That's a pleasure for me to see that there's at least progression. Caller, what's up?
What's going on, bud? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, bro. How about you?
Not too good. I just got laid off last month. I was wondering, just should I focus on the economy too much, or you think Kamala Harris gonna pull us through?
I don't, depend on politics like that. So I don't know what Kamala gonna do, but I'm gonna vote for her. And I don't know. I don't know what none of this shit's gonna do because all of it's fake. You can't believe nothing you hearing. Shit, man. How could gas go down today and then in about 3 days or 4 days, 5 days max, it's going back up again? How could that be? I'm saying, they just playing. They doing what they want to do. So you can't focus on the economy. You could focus on your economy, and you could do something for you as far as that go. But now focusing on the economy ain't gonna help you because it ain't gonna change shit. Groceries gonna be the same. Gas gonna be the same. Shit's gonna be the same. So you're gonna have to pay. So if you got laid off and you was able to, save a couple of dollars, handle that shit properly. But it's best to find employment again. Fuck that hustling shit, unless you're a cool hustler.
Nah, that ain't my style. I put my 401k in action. I'm waiting on that. I'm out here in Houston. That Hurricane Beryl tore us up, man. We didn't have no electricity for 5 days.
Oh man, see, that's why I'm living none of them places, man, because I couldn't deal with that shit. I was watching the BBC channel, and it was all about the angry Earth and how hurricanes and all tornadoes and all that shit, they just magnify it, and they are. So it's only a matter of time for the motherfucker that drowned it, not drowned it, but yeah, drowned it Pompeo. The same thing gonna happen to this motherfucking country in the world. This gonna come, man. You know, it's 75% water on Earth.
Yeah, these earthquakes coming in back to back too.
I'm saying, I'm
Bakersfield.
do what?
You see that big earthquake they had in Bakersfield the other day?
Actually, I didn't, man. They had an earthquake in Bakersfield.
Yeah, it was a big one.
I see. I ain't even been listening to the news the last few days. Hey, man, but you got anything else?
No, I just want to see how Brother Sean Taylor's doing. Ain't seen him in a while online. Talking about
I told him we got to do a couple shows together. He said, all right, so maybe we do one this weekend.
All right, be cool, bud.
You too. All right. So what's cool to me is none of the things, haters say are true. They don't say anything true. They just be saying whatever jealousy, what they think of me, if that's the case. You're all being ruled by your emotions. Because and if don't let me attack something you like, well, I did and will attack any motherfucker who says they can roll with me and don't do it. I have been called a traitor to the game because I married a square bitch. Matter of fact, let's address that. When I left the game over 20 years ago, I wasn't married. Well, I was married. I was married to that motherfucking Abadabba. And I married it in 76. But I didn't have a wife when I stopped drinking. Now, the suckers, that want to have some negative words about me, I mean, they said that I didn't marry no hoe. I mean, you should at least think about what you be saying. When I did marry, I had been out the game for quite a few years, and I definitely wasn't going to go search out a hoe qualified to be with me who hadn't paid me so I could marry the hoe. Shit. So thinking with this Abadabba I still have was going to do one thing. It was going to beat my ass and turn me into a fake motherfucker, or it was going to push me to do something even greater. When you young fools grow up and get a little wisdom, you'll realize how silly your remarks are. Caller, what's up?
Bro, what's good, man? This your guy from the East Coast. How you making out, brother?
I'm doing good, man. What's happening with you?
Hey, I'm good, man. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, man. Anytime you do a live, I ain't gonna hesitate to call up, man. This ain't our first time talking, so I always appreciate you. I worry when you don't do a live stream. You know what I'm saying? Cats out here dropping.
Yeah.
You, bud.
Well, what you got on your mind today?
I ain't got much on my mind, but I want to tap back into what you said to a gentleman maybe about a week ago.
What's that?
I was talking about. I think I don't remember the statement or the question that he asked, but I remember how you corrected him. It was about how he talking to and at a woman.
Right.
You asked him, did he get it? And you made him repeat himself. Did he get anything from it? And I was just pondering, not just how I talk to a woman, but just how I talk to anybody in period when I want to get details and the difference between talking to them and talking at them. So I've been checking myself a lot on that. So I just appreciate that, man. I just want to give you the go.
Let me give you an example of that. See, people don't realize how simple it is. When let's say you talking to a broad and you say, "Girl, you sure looking good." See, that's talking at her. Right. If you want to talk to her, you would say, "Girl, that color really, whatever, that color on your skirt is really matching your eyes, and it overall got you looking real fly." I'm saying you You personalize that damn statement. You see what I'm saying?
Right, right. Because the first time you said it, it sounded like it's plural, like you're talking to everybody.
You are talking to anybody when you make that open kind of statement. That's why the bitches don't respond.
Mm-hmm. They like, this nigga think I'm on some bullshit. Like, he ain't really recognizing me. He just talks.
Exactly.
And so when you broke that shit down, it just opened up another layer of the game for me, man. So man, you on fire, bud. And I love how you doing 2 streams in a day. So my man back in the grill, he back in the fire, baby. I appreciate you, bud.
All right, man. Be cool.
You too, man. Keep stepping, baby.
You know it. So you can like me or you can hate me. That's your call. If you decide to hate me. Don't hate me. Wait a minute, what do I mean? If you decide to hate me, go on and hate me. But don't hate me. You need to hate the fear you have of me. That's going to keep you trying to fake like you don't fear me, and you're going to rank yourself. If you accept that you hate me, you'll be able to go on about your business. But if you don't accept it, you won't. You'll be like most of the bitches I had and that left. They couldn't stop hating me because you couldn't stop thinking about it. Do yourself a favor. Accept that you will never be like me unless you do what I did. That's get out and take a chance to become you. I went out there and became Rosebud Bitter Dose. What's important about that is I know who I am, and I'm wisecracks ain't no fuck with me. None of that shit. Carla, what's up?
What's going on, bud?
I'm good. What's up with you?
Man, not much, man. I'm just real appreciative that you jumped on the L, man. You know, you said you was coming back doing the damn thing.
Okay. You got any questions?
Yeah, you know, I heard you say if you want to be a good conversationist, you have to expound on your thoughts. And I applied that and it really worked. So I want to share that with you. Just expounding on your thoughts, develop a better conversation.
Well, that's what it's about, man. Taking these pointers and using them.
Right, you can say something simple, but if you expound on that thought before you speak, it won't be a simple reply, and I think people appreciate it. Also, I want to get some feedback from you on approaching a woman, and you want to pull this woman, but at the same time, you want to do it in such a way that it's like she don't even know you making the play because she's gonna end up making the play for you.
What about that?
Could you give me some feedback on it? On what I'm saying and what I'm saying and how to make that happen.
Well, man, it's a such thing of that happening, but I mean, it's hard to go out and just make it happen. I don't think I could do it every time. Sometimes, you see that baby is wide open and she really handing herself over to you, and you just play your hand a certain way and then you say, you know what, I got to make a move. Let me get your number. I'll call you later. And she say something like, no, let me go with you. Something like that. That's different. But now, normally, I would just have to say, I'm thinking as I'm talking, I would just have to say, normally, man, you don't really pull like that. That happens when the broad is opening the door for you, for it to happen. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I follow what you're saying. But
It's hard to go. It's hard to go out and intentionally get this woman to say or do the shit you want her to. I mean, not you want her to, but that you was gonna say. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do that. They not
Yeah,
gonna
it's like,
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. It's like, I'm making a move on her and she's open to it, but I don't wanna blow it by, going too fast. It's like, how you see someone every day when you play a lotto in the store or you going to this certain store and you see this certain person. But I notice now she's jumping out and opening up the line and it's like I'll take it and let me open up the line.
What? You know what? If that's the case, that's how you do it. First you shoot at her, blah blah blah. There's somebody, let's say, going to the liquor store and buying a lotto ticket, and you see baby, you say something to her the next day, and you do have to wait back up and see if she don't say something to you, and if she do, what she say, how she say it. Is it really inviting? You got to think of all this stuff. Her voice.
That's what I want. That's what I want to hear from you. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got to hear her voice. You got to hear how it sounds, and you have to draw conclusions from that, because you can't just hear the voice and expect the voice to tell you to come to it. The voice ain't gonna tell you to come to it. You're gonna have to go to it because of how you hear what she's saying.
All right. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get back and enjoy the show.
All right, brother. Thank you. Uh, See, what's important about me going and doing the things to become who I think I am is I know who I am in wisecracks, and the recognition or the lack of recognition, that I'm still relevant today, 30 plus years after, being out there in the streets. It just confirms that I was and still am the shit. Every craftsman has their tools for their trade. Don't forget to get your tools, fellas. Buy them all, one or two at a time. I have 4, 5, 6 packs. I have all kinds of deals for you to get my doggone tools. So don't sleep on getting the best prep, for this life that you live in. I'm an educator, and I want people who deal with me to learn something. That's why this is entitled Epiphanies. I had an alumni tell me in a coaching session that understanding the word contemplation saved his life, and he thanked me. Okay, I bit and asked him, how did it save you, man? He told me he had looked up the word and realized he never actually contemplated anything past his initial thought, which is what contemplation really is, going past the initial thought. So unless you go past the initial thought, you aren't contemplating. But he was saying it in actually in the wrong way. But and after looking the word up, he understood its importance. I instructed in my course to learn the definition of words instead of thinking you know what they mean. Because you could think you know what something means, and you go with that meaning that you think. And it doesn't mean the person using the word ain't talking about what you thinking. And you study thinking about what you thinking because of the word he used. And then when it comes time to open your mouth and say what you thinking, you're gonna be wrong. See, it's very important that we all take heed of knowing the definition, not of every word, but of the majority of the words you use. How many of you know what the word the? How many of you know what that means? Did you know it has no meaning, only a description? I looked it up, and this is what I found. The is an adjective used before a noun denoting somebody or something that has already been mentioned or identified, or something that is understood by both the speaker and hearer as distinct from a or an. We use that word every single day, numerous times each day, and none of us really knew what the meaning was. Think of how many words we use each day we take for granted we understand the meaning and usage of, and we don't. That can get scary. What is education? Is education the shit you taught, or is it the reality of maneuvering correctly in your life? I think it's the latter. Education is not an across the board tool for everyone. Everyone should be educated, but what degree do you or I feel we're educated? Well, if education taught you to learn who you are before you start trying to be something you heard of, most of you would be brilliant. Hell, there's always going to be those of us who take the short bus to get educated. But even for them, if they realize who they were, they would go as high as they could. I'm brilliant, and so are you. God allowed me to be fortunate enough to explore and find out who I really am. And I'm hoping I'm sharing with you the tools and system to do the same. Damn, I just might be a saint. I've always wanted to be an entertainer. So those of you who bought my tools for entertainment, I couldn't make it without you. Well, shit, that's what entertainers say when they, make comments to their fans. But on the real, those of you who buy my course because you genuinely want to make progress and do not see any entertainment value in my course, except to entertain your mind to grow, I really appreciate you. You've shown me that if I extend the helping hand, you'll reach out and grab it and start rolling on your own. That gives me a serious ego boost because it shows me I was not a lucky man in my life. It reinforces the way I saw the light is the way to see it for most all men to see it. You can't be mad at me because I saw it correctly. Believe me, I'm not the only one who saw the light and paid attention to what it was showing me. I have partners who are just as sharp as me, and not one of us didn't have an epiphany at one point in our lives. But we jumped on it. We all saw what we needed to ultimately become who we was trying to be. Mine was this confidence building information I got. Theirs was whatever it was. What's yours going to be? Epiphanies do not wait on you to see them. They don't. They come, and if you miss it, you got to wait for the next one. And what I have to ask is, do you really think you have all that time? All right, fellas. What's going on with you? Oh, there they are. Okay. All right, you know what? I'm gone, you guys.